My child, this message was waiting for you. You did not find it by accident. You did not scroll your way here. I placed it in your path long before you opened your eyes this morning. Long before the weight on your chest convinced you that no one noticed. I noticed. I have been noticing. Before the first word reached your ear, I already knew the exact moment you would need to hear it, and I arranged the silence around you so you could finally listen. Pause for one breath. Beloved, do not rush past me again. The world has trained you to scroll past peace. But peace is not in a hurry, and neither am I. You have wondered, lately, if anyone is paying attention, if your prayers are reaching a ceiling and falling back down, if the heaviness in your chest has a name no one will say out loud. My child, I want you to understand something gently. The exhaustion you carry is not invisible to me. The tears you cried in the car last week, I caught every one. The questions you asked the dark, I have already answered, in a language your soul will soon learn to read. This moment is not random. I am not random. The God who counted the stars also counted the reasons you almost gave up, and I am still here, still near, still yours. Do you remember the morning you asked me for a sign? I heard you. I have been answering for days, in ways quieter than you expected. The friend who texted at the exact hour you felt forgotten, that was me. The song that played when you opened the car door, that was me. The stranger who smiled at you in line, that was me, walking past you in disguise. You have been looking for thunder, child, but I have been speaking in feathers. Slow down. Look again. The signs were never missing. Your fear was just louder than my whisper. Today, I am turning the volume down on the noise, so you can finally hear how much I love you. I want you to know, this exact minute was on my calendar before you were born. I did not stumble upon you. I do not run a lost and found for souls. I am the Father who builds the road, lays the message in the middle of it, and waits at the end of it, smiling. The very fact that you are still here, still breathing, still searching, that is my fingerprint on your life. Some people will call this coincidence. Let them. You and I both know better. You did not click your way to me. I drew you, gently, patiently, the way a father draws a tired child closer without ever raising his voice. Stay with me for 1 minute longer, beloved, just one. The enemy will try to pull you away in the next 30 seconds. A notification, a worry, a memory designed to interrupt. Do not move. This is holy ground, even if it does not look like it. Your bedroom is a sanctuary right now. Your car seat is an altar. The kitchen chair you are sitting in, I am sitting across from you. You cannot see me, but you can feel the warmth, can you not? That softening in your chest. That sudden, strange permission to exhale. That is me, saying, welcome home, child. I have missed you. Stay a little longer. I see what no one else sees. I see the version of you that hides behind the smile. The one who says I'm fine while everything inside is unraveling. I see the prayers you whisper into your pillow when the house is asleep. I see the dignity it takes you to get out of bed on the days the bed feels safer than the world. My child, you have been brave in ways no one has applauded. And I want you to know, I have been applauding. Quietly, constantly. Heaven keeps a record of the battles no one else even noticed you were fighting. Your courage is not unseen. Not by me. I see the conversation you have not had yet. The text you have not been able to send. The forgiveness you have not been able to give, to them or to yourself. I see the apology you rehearse in the shower and never deliver. I see the dream you have buried so deep you stopped admitting it was yours. My child, I am not embarrassed by the layers you have hidden. I am the one who put the gold underneath them. I see the real you, not the polished one, not the curated one, the trembling, hopeful, unfinished one. And I love that one, most of all, with nothing in my eyes but tenderness. I see the room you cried in last night. I see the message you almost sent and deleted. I see the way you held it together at work today while your soul was kneeling on the floor. The world saw the surface. I saw the deep. And I want you to hear this slowly. Nothing in you disqualifies you from my love. Not the thought you are ashamed of. Not the failure you still rehearse. Not the version of yourself you wish you could trade in. I do not love a future, cleaner version of you. I love the you that exists right now, in this exact second, with all of it. All of it. Beloved, every part. I see your loneliness, the specific shape of it. Not the generic kind in books, the one that lives in your home, your phone, your group chats, your Sunday afternoons. I see how loud it gets when the door closes. I see how you have learned to function inside it. And I see how tired that function has made you. My child, you were not created to perform companionship. You were created to be known. And I know you. I know the order you arrange your coffee in. I know the playlist you skip songs on. I know the prayer you almost prayed yesterday, but felt too unworthy to finish. Finish it tonight. I am still listening. I see the future you are afraid of, the empty calendar, the diagnosis you have not received but already fear, the phone call that hasn't come, the door that hasn't opened. I see your worry not as weakness, but as a love letter without a recipient. So let me be the recipient. Hand me the fear, child. Not once, every morning, every evening, every time it crawls back into your chest, hand it back. I am not exhausted by your repetition. The same Father who fed thousands with a few loaves can feed your weary mind with peace, again and again and again, as often as you bring it. There is a battle you are fighting that no one in your life can see. It does not happen in rooms. It happens in your thoughts at 3 a.m. It does not show up in photos. It shows up in the pause before you answer, "How are you?" My child, the unseen war is the real war. And I want you to know, you are not losing it. Even on the days it feels like you are. Even when the same intrusive thought returns for the 100th time. Even when the prayer feels mechanical. Heaven measures victory differently than earth. You have already won, simply by refusing to stop showing up. That is faith. That is courage. That is glory. The enemy has whispered to you, hasn't he? Whispered that you are too damaged, too late, too much, too little. He has used your own voice against you, dressed his accusations in your handwriting, and watched you read them as if they were true. My child, they are not true. Not one of them. He is a liar by nature, and his favorite lies are the ones that sound like your inner monologue. I want you to learn to hear the difference. My voice does not condemn. It convicts gently and then immediately offers a way home. His voice condemns and abandons you in the rubble. If a thought leaves you hopeless, it did not come from me. There is a spiritual exhaustion you cannot explain to anyone. You slept 8 hours and still woke up tired. You took the weekend off and still felt drained on Monday. My child, that fatigue is not laziness. It is a soul that has been carrying weights it was never meant to lift alone. You were not designed to hold tomorrow today. You were not designed to rehearse every worst-case scenario at midnight. Lay them down, one by one. Name them as you do. This one, the bills. This one, the relationship. This one, the diagnosis. And after each, hear me say, "Mine now, child. Mine now. I have stronger shoulders than yours. Let me prove it." There are angels around you right now. You may not feel them, but they are working. They are pushing back forces you cannot name, guarding doors you did not know were under attack, holding ground in the spiritual realm while you sleep. My child, you have been protected from things you will never even hear about on this side of eternity. The accident that almost happened, the relationship that almost ruined you, the opportunity that looked golden and would have crushed you. I have been redirecting your life with a love so quiet you mistook it for misfortune. One day you will see the full map, and you will weep, not from pain, but from gratitude. Some of your battles are not yours alone. You are fighting for your children, for your bloodline, for the prayers your grandmother whispered over you when you were small and have long forgotten. You are breaking chains that have lived in your family for generations. That is why it is heavy. That is why it costs so much. That is why the resistance feels personal. My child, you were chosen as the one who would finally say no more. And every time you choose me over the old pattern, every time you choose peace over reaction, every time you choose grace over revenge, a chain falls. Listen for the sound. Heaven hears it. Heaven cheers. In the silence you have called abandonment, I have been building. You thought I was distant. I was working. You thought I was late. I was laying foundations beneath the very ground you stand on. My child, the loudest seasons of your life rarely produce the strongest fruit. It is in the quiet, the unwatched, unliked, unnoticed quiet, that I do my deepest work in you. Right now, in this stretch of life that feels like nothing is happening, everything is happening. You are being prepared for something your past self could not have carried. Trust the silence. Silence is my workshop, and what I am making in you cannot be rushed by anyone, including you. I am building character in you that comfort never could. The patience you are learning in this waiting room, you will need it for the calling I have placed ahead of you. The humility you are learning in this season of being overlooked, you will need it when the world starts to notice. The trust you are learning in this stretch of confusion, you will need it for the responsibilities I am about to entrust to you. My child, nothing is wasted in my economy. Not the rejection, not the delay, not the season that felt like a detour. I am sculpting a vessel strong enough to hold what is coming. Be patient with the chisel. I am building your roots before your branches. The world will tell you to grow fast, grow visible, grow loud. I am whispering, grow deep first, because the storm I am about to walk you through requires roots that have wrestled in the dark with me. My child, do not envy the trees that shot up quickly. Many of them will not survive the next wind. But you have been buried for a reason. You have not been forgotten. You have been planted, and what is planted in tears with me will rise in a strength that cannot be shaken. I am not slowing your life. I am securing it. I am building your voice in the silence too. The way you will one day speak about this season, gently, knowingly, without bitterness, that voice is being formed right now. The way you will one day comfort someone in the exact pain you are walking through, that compassion is being forged. My child, your future ministry, whatever shape it takes, is being birthed in this quiet stretch. The unseen prayers, the unseen tears, the unseen choosing of faith over fear, day after day after day. Heaven is recording all of it. And when the time is right, I will hand you a microphone, and what comes out will heal others because it first healed you. I am building your faith muscle in the very place you wanted me to remove the weight. You begged me to take it away. I held it in place, not to hurt you, but to strengthen you. My child, a faith that has never been tested cannot be trusted in the storm I am preparing you for. So I let the resistance remain, just long enough for your spirit to grow strong enough to carry weight that would have crushed the old you. You are not the same person you were a year ago. You are stronger, wiser, quieter, more mine. The very thing you thought was breaking you was building the version of you I have always seen. I am removing things from your life that you have been mourning as losses. The friend who walked away, the job that closed its door, the relationship that ended in a way you did not understand. My child, what if I was not punishing you? What if I was protecting you? You wept over the door I closed because you could not yet see the cliff on the other side of it. You are grieving an exit that was actually a rescue. Trust me, I do not subtract from your life carelessly. Every removal is an act of love so deep that you will only understand it in the rearview mirror. I am removing voices from your life that were quietly poisoning your sense of who you are. People who loved a version of you that did not exist. People whose presence cost you your peace. People you confused with family because they showed up early. My child, not every long relationship is a holy relationship. Some doors must close so that my voice can finally become the loudest in the room of your soul. Do not chase what I have lovingly walked out. Do not beg for what I have peacefully removed. The empty seats at your table are not punishments. They are reservations being held for the people I am bringing next. I am removing patterns from you that you have carried since you were a child. The way you over-explain yourself. The way you apologize for taking up space. The way you flinch before love can reach you. My child, you learned those patterns to survive a world that did not always feel safe. I am not ashamed of them, but I am unwinding them, gently, thread by thread, because you do not need to survive anymore. You are mine. You are safe. You can put down the armor you forged at 7 years old. The little one inside you is allowed to rest now. I am the father who never leaves the room. I am removing distractions from your life that you have not yet realized were distractions. The hobby that was becoming a hiding place. The relationship that was becoming an idol. The ambition that was becoming a substitute for intimacy with me. My child, anything that takes the seat that belongs to me will eventually be moved. Not because I am jealous in a small way, but because I love you in a fierce way. I will not let lesser things become the architecture of your soul. If something is being shaken in your life right now, ask me before you grieve. I may simply be making room for what you have actually been praying for. I am removing the version of you that you have outgrown. The one who needed approval to feel okay. The one who measured worth in productivity. The one who confused exhaustion with virtue. My child, that old self served you in a season, but she cannot follow you into the next. And I see how hard it has been to let her go, because she is familiar. Even the cage you knew felt safer than the unknown sky. But you are not a cage thing. You never were. I am opening the door, very slowly, so your eyes can adjust to the freedom. Step out when you are ready. I will wait. I am preparing things ahead of you that your current eyes cannot yet see. Rooms you have not entered. Friendships you have not met. Opportunities that are not yet ripe. My child, while you have been worrying about tomorrow, I have been there already. Walking through it. Arranging the lighting. Placing the right people at the right tables. Removing the obstacles before you ever knew they existed. You do not have to figure out the future. You only have to keep walking with me. The road bends, but I built the bend. The door opens, but I cut the door. Nothing waiting for you is random. Everything ahead of you has been touched by me first. I am preparing people you have not met, yet who will love you in ways your past did not. People who will see your softness as strength. People who will not punish you for needing rest. People whose presence will feel like exhaling for the first time in years. My child, do not let the wounds from the wrong people convince you that the right people do not exist. They do. I am bringing them. Slowly. On my timing. The friendships you thought you had lost the chance for. I am restoring the seats. The community you have prayed for in secret. I have been assembling it in silence. Keep your heart open just a little longer. I am preparing provision ahead of you that will not come from the source you expect. You have been staring at one door, exhausted, knocking. I am about to open a window you did not even know was a window. My child, my provision is creative. It does not always look like the answer you prayed for. Sometimes it looks better. Sometimes it looks slower. Sometimes it looks like a no today, so that a much bigger yes can arrive on time tomorrow. Stop forcing the door that is not budging. Stop striving against the wind I have set against you for your own protection. Rest. Trust. Watch. Provision is on the way, already on the way. I am preparing healing ahead of you. The wound you have been carrying for years, it is not going to bleed forever. I am not the God who leaves my children in their pain to teach them a lesson. I am the God who sits in the pain with them, and then, in my perfect timing, lifts them out. My child, the scar you fear will define you. I am turning it into a story that will set others free. The thing that almost destroyed you will become the testimony that pulls someone else out of the same fire. Nothing about your pain is wasted. I do not waste tears. I redeem them. I am preparing you for a calling that is larger than your current imagination. You have shrunk your dreams to fit your wounds. I am about to enlarge your heart to fit your purpose. My child, you were not made to live a small life apologizing for taking up space. You were made to carry my light into rooms that have never felt warmth. And no, you do not need to feel ready. The ones I call are rarely ready by the world's standards. They are simply willing. So start there. Be willing. Whisper yes to me even when your voice shakes. I will handle the equipping. I always do. I always have. Stay close to me, child. Not perfectly, just persistently. I do not need your performance. I need your presence. Come to me messy. Come to me distracted. Come to me in the middle of the chore, the commute, the breakdown. There is no posture too unpolished for my arms. The enemy will tell you to clean yourself up before you approach me. He has it backwards. You come to me, and then I clean you up, not with shame, but with love. Stay close, even when your prayers feel like static, even when your faith feels like a flicker. A flicker is still fire. A whisper is still worship. I am still here. Trust the process, even when the process makes no sense. The seed in the ground looks like death until the moment it doesn't. The caterpillar in the cocoon looks like surrender until the wings unfold. My child, you are in a cocoon season. It is not punishment. It is preparation. Stop trying to claw your way out before your wings are formed. Stop measuring your growth by the metrics of people who have never met me. The world rewards speed. I reward depth. The world celebrates visibility. I celebrate faithfulness in the dark. Stay in the process. The wings are coming. And when they unfold, beloved, when they unfold, even you will be astonished. Do not measure my love by your current circumstances. Circumstances change with the weather. My love does not. The same Father who loved you on your best day loves you in this exact moment, with this exact weight on your chest, with these exact unanswered questions. My child, you have not fallen out of my favor because life got hard. Hard is not the absence of my presence. Sometimes hard is the proof of my trust in you. I do not hand the heavy assignments to strangers. I hand them to sons and daughters I have walked with for a long time. You are being trusted. You are not being punished. Hold that close tonight. You are going to be okay. Not because life will suddenly become easy, but because I am with you, and I am enough. When the storm rises, I will be in the boat. When the valley deepens, I will walk it with you. When the silence stretches, I will sit in it beside you without rushing you to feel better. My child, you have survived 100% of the days you thought you couldn't. That is not coincidence. That is grace, wearing your own face back at you. Keep going. One breath, one prayer, one small obedience at a time. The road ahead is long, but it is not lonely. I promise you, never lonely again. Before you close this, beloved, let me speak one final blessing over you. May the peace that does not depend on your circumstances settle over your shoulders right now. May the heaviness lift just enough for you to breathe again. May tonight be the night something inside you finally believes. You are loved, you are seen, you are not alone, and you never were. The very fact that you stayed this long with me is proof that your soul is still alive, still hungry, still mine. If this message reached you when you needed it, if your eyes are wet, or your chest is warm, or your hands are unclenching for the first time in days, that was me. Stay close to this canvas. There is more I want to say to you. Subscribe to the Father's canvas so the next message can find you the moment I send it. I am not done speaking. Not even close. I love you, child. Now go and walk gently. The whole world is softer when you remember me.